In this video, I'm going to show you how to reuse some wood to create a stylish piece with lots of possibilities. Stay with me until the end to see how a simple idea can lead to a great result. For this project, I'm working with cedar strips measuring 7 centimeters wide by 2.5 centimeters thick. Even though they have some nail marks, they're still good for reuse. Using the miter saw, 17 pieces will be cut to 42 centimeters in length. A stop block helps ensure every part is exactly the same size. If you follow the channel, you already know. In every video, something creative is made with wood, always step by step, for anyone who wants to build their own version. If you enjoy this kind of work, hit the like button and help support this space. Here are all the pieces cut. I'll also use some leftovers, which will be trimmed into smaller parts later on. Next, everything goes through the thickness planer to make the dimensions consistent. Throughout the video, you might notice me wearing gloves at certain times. I understand this can be seen as risky, especially when working with tools that have rotating parts, but I wear them carefully and with full awareness of the risks. If you're not comfortable with it, it's absolutely fine to avoid gloves. Safety always comes first. What's your take on this? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to hear how you feel about wearing gloves in the workshop. After that step, I decided to add 3 more parts to the build. Now, there are 20 pieces, each one 42 centimeters long. They're all 6.5 centimeters wide and 22 millimeters thick. The next step is to apply wood filler over the old nail marks. Once it dries, I'll sand the surface with a random orbital sander fitted with 120 grit sandpaper. If this is your first time here, you'll find creative and useful woodworking ideas on this channel, always with full step-by-step instructions and all the details. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Going back to the miter saw, I'm cutting 10 blocks, each 6.5 centimeters long. The stop block ensures they all come out exactly the same. With all the parts ready, it's time to begin assembling. Start by positioning 2 pieces like this. Then one of the 42 centimeter boards is placed across them. Wood glue is applied and spread with a brush. This speeds things up. To secure everything, I'm using 34 millimeter headless brad nails. Alignment is carefully checked before nailing. The same goes for the opposite side. Once it's square, the second nail locks everything in place. Same procedure on the other side. Next, a block measuring 6.5 by 6.5 centimeters is added in this position. Glue is applied here as well. Once aligned, nails are added to secure the piece. Repeat on the other side. Be sure not to nail too close to the edge to avoid splitting the wood. Now, 2 more of the longer boards are added, always using wood glue and spreading it evenly with the brush. Careful alignment is essential. Once everything is in place, the first nail goes in. The squareness is checked once again. If all is good, a second nail is added to lock it. Repeat the same steps at the bottom. And follow the same process on the other side. A quick check with the tape measure confirms everything is correct. From here, the same procedure is repeated throughout. Some corners got slightly damaged, but that will be addressed later. Assembling this piece would be much quicker with a nail gun, but as you can see, it's totally possible to do it using just a hammer. It'll just take a bit more time. Using the square like this helps keep the base perfectly aligned. Since 3 more boards were added, I also needed to include 2 more 6.5 by 6.5 centimeter blocks. That makes 12 blocks in this size. At this point, only the most observant viewers are still watching. If you've made it this far, leave a comment saying creative woodworking. I reply to as many as I can, and the first ones are guaranteed a response. 2 additional pieces were cut to fill this gap. They match the exact dimensions needed. These are simply glued in place. Bar clamps are used to keep them tight while drying. The same is done on the other side. After that, everything is left to dry for a few hours before continuing. Once the glue is dry, a custom wood filler blend was prepared using ivory and chestnut tones to match the color of the wood. This mixture was used to fill all the seams and gaps. After the filler has fully dried, sanding is done using a power sander with 80 grit paper. You can help this video reach more people. Share it with that friend who enjoys creating with wood. They'll enjoy it and will thank you for introducing them to the channel. Now it's time to round over these edges using the router with a 25mm bit. This helps improve the finish and also smooths out any damaged corners. The bit depth was slightly reduced to gently soften these areas as well. The same treatment is applied to the outer corners. A final sanding pass is done with the random orbital sander and 120 grit paper. Then, a light hand sanding is done using 180 grit sandpaper. With everything ready, it's time to apply the finish. I'm using polyurethane varnish, which dries with the help of a catalyst. Application is done with an electric spray gun, as usual. In the first link in the description, you'll find an updated list with great equipment and material suggestions for working with wood. It includes everything from basic tools to some of the gear I often use in these videos. Whenever I find something useful at a good price, I add it there. Take a look. It might have exactly what you need. And when you buy through those links, it costs you nothing extra and helps keep this channel going. Well, folks, here's the finished piece. It's a 2-in-1 item. It works as a small side table and can also serve as a bench. With just a few adjustments to the measurements and number of pieces, it's easy to create different versions, like a beautiful coffee table for your living room, for example. Did you like this build? Then make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to keep getting ideas like this one. Looking for more inspiration to create with wood? Just choose one of the videos that will appear on your screen. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.